Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's almost afternoon, and today is Wednesday, July 1st. I can't really believe that we're already here in the thick of summer. 4th of July will be this weekend, and I hope you guys have some fun, safe events planned. So, have you ever had one of those days where you just kind of wake up in the morning or you get out of bed in the morning and you hit the ground running? Like everything you're doing, you're just going from thing to thing to thing to thing. Well, when I work from home and I teach classes from home, it seems like I'm just teaching back to back to back because I teach on YouTube. I teach on for VIP Kid, which is an English language learning space for Chinese kids. And I just started teaching on another platform called OutSchool. And that is for kids all over the world to learn all different types of topics. And I taught an animal yoga class, and it was so much fun. So working from home really does still have you running around like a crazy person. So if you think that working from home is just so relaxing, just think again. It can be just as rigorous as working at an office. The only thing is that the commute is a little bit shorter and nobody can smell you. So if you don't need to take a shower or you forget, you run out of time and you wake up late, you don't have to worry about taking a shower until maybe your spouse or significant other says something about you. So anyway, today we will be doing a restorative yoga class. What is restorative yoga? A lot of people put restorative yoga in the same boat as gentle yoga. And restorative yoga can be gentle, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. Restorative yoga doesn't really teach really deep postures or advanced postures, but they can still be challenging. A lot of open postures and some lunges, gentle twists, and long stretching style postures are a great way to work on a restorative practice. Restorative is basically restoring. You want to restore the movement to your body that maybe you have lost because of injuries, because of surgeries, or just because of lack of movement. When we sit for long periods of time, when we do the same activities over and over again, or the same movements or non-movements over and over again, our bodies become accustomed to those movements, so it can feel really uncomfortable to move and stretch again. In a restorative yoga class, we try to get the body moving again so we can expand the movements. For some of my students who are a little bit older, and I'm saying not old, like my age, in their 40s, who have never done yoga before or have done very little yoga, sometimes it's difficult just to reach your hands up over your head. So with the restorative class, we move slowly, we move deeply, and we hold the postures for a little while. We start out with some easy postures. We'll move to some strengthening postures and standing postures, and then we will do some gentle postures on the ground. As usual, I have my yoga pug here, Curry. He is not fake. I've had some people asking me if he was a stuffed animal because he doesn't move throughout the entire class, but he's not. He is just a sleepy little dog, but I do take him for a walk, him and my other dog Lula for a walk before this class, so I make sure that they're not too rowdy. All right, so let's get started. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. However you want to get there, you can come to cross-legged. You can bring one foot on top of the thigh. You can sit on a pillow if that makes it more comfortable for you. Whatever position that makes it easy for you to come into seated. Rest your hands on your knees. Draw your shoulders down your back. Sit up nice and tall, like someone's pulling a string from the tip of your tailbone up through the crown of your head. Imagine that your head is just floating above your shoulders, a nice soft neck. Let the shoulders, arms, and hands become heavy. He's having a little dream. Sometimes he dreams that he's playing. I know because he starts running and his tail starts wagging in his sleep. Probably right now he's dreaming that he's barking against the fence because all of our neighbors in our backyard have dogs and he loves to hang out by the fence and wait for them. Okay. So deep breathing with sound in and out through the nose. As you inhale, allow your lungs to fill completely. And as you exhale, breathe through your nose, breathing all of the air out, gently pulling your navel in towards your spine. Breathing slowly in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose like you're fogging a mirror for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So you want to keep a nice steady breath. You may want to count to 4 in your head as you inhale and exhale. You want to breathe at your own pace. I may guide you through the breaths from time to time, and you may breathe a little bit longer or shorter. That's okay. Just create this nice steady breath. You want to control the breath. Controlling your breath in your yoga practice will help you to control your breath in the outside world so that you can control your mind. When you can control your breath, it's easier to observe your thoughts. The purpose of yoga is called Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which means to settle the mind chatter. Our brains are going 24/7. Let's learn to maybe quell down the thoughts a little bit and not react to everything, not think too much about things. You can't control what happens outside of your body. You can only control yourself. And through yoga, we learned that practice. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up, reach your palms together and look at your thumbs. And on your exhale, reach your arms out and down, getting some movement in the shoulders. Turn the palms up, inhaling, reach all the way up. Fill those lungs completely. Look at your thumbs, touch your hands, and exhaling, bring the arms down. Let's do that a couple more times. Turn the palms up, inhaling, reach out, reach up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhaling, reach out and down. Last one. Inhaling, reach up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhaling, bring the arms down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Place your left hand onto your right knee. Bring your right hand on the floor behind your back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. As you exhale, come to center. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, place your right hand onto your left knee. Bring your left hand behind your back on the mat. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. After your 3rd breath, exhale and come to center. A gentle stretch up the side body. Put your right hand on your mat. Reach your left arm over your head. Inhale, feel this rib cage expand. Exhale, walk your hands out a little further and reach a little bit more to that right side. Turn your head and look up towards your elbow. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm over your head. Walk your left hand out as far as you can, as long as you keep that right sits bone pressing into the mat, and turn your head, look up. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, come to center. Let's bring the palms together in front of us. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. Reach the hands straight up to the ceiling and then take them back as far as you can. Bow your chin to your chest, gaze down your nose. Lifting the ribs out of the hips, grounding into your sits bones and relaxing into your hips and knees. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, lift your head. Bring your hands right over the crown of your head. Exhale, fold over to your right side, pulling on that left hand. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come to center. Exhale over to that left side. Good. Take that arm back by your ear. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the arms down. Good. Let's spread the legs nice and wide. Flex your feet. So you want to make sure that your toes are pointing straight up. Oftentimes the toes will point back or the toes will roll forward, depending if you're stronger in the abductors or the adductors, which muscles on the inner or outer thighs you're stronger with. So really try to engage the muscles, flex the feet, push the knees down to the mat, and drop your right elbow down to the inside of your leg. Inhale, stretch your left arm over your head, eventually grabbing those toes, maybe not today, and turn your head to look up towards your arm. You may not see it. That's okay. We always give a gazing point in our yoga practice. This is called the drishti. The drishti is where you're looking towards, not staring directly at. And what the drishti does is help to turn our focus internally so that we're not looking about the room, becoming distracted. Breathing for 3. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left elbow down on the inside of your knee. Inhale, reach your right arm over your head, keeping the arm by the ear and look up. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come up. Exhale, check your feet. Now that you've been sitting in this pose for a few breaths, take your hands and try to open your legs a little bit wider and bring your hands to the middle. And then on an exhale, walk your hands forward. I know it's tempting to round the back, but you want to really get a stretch in your lower back. So you want to try to keep your back straight. As your hands come in front of you, look at your fingers. Inhale, head up. Exhale, walk your belly forward. Good. Look at your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And on your exhale, see if you can walk your hands a little bit further in front of you for 1, 2, and 3. Inhaling, come on up. Let's cross the legs. Roll forward onto your hands and knees and walk those knees towards the back of your mat. Bring your toes together, spread your knees nice and wide, sit on the heels. We're going to move into a pose of the child. This is a resting pose. You can do this anytime throughout your practice. Also, if you get really bad cramps in your period and you haven't had a time to take a Midol yet, go ahead, take that Midol, and then go back to bed or go onto the floor and move into this posture. It really helps relieve some of the aches and pains from PMS. Rest your head down on the mat, let your heels touch your butt, and let the body just melt into the earth, letting the weight of your body do the work. This is also known as balasana. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Good. Inhale, come up to the hands and knees, curl your toes under. Your feet should be about hip width apart. And we're going to move right into a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is one of the fundamental poses in yoga. And I know a lot of people it's difficult for because they have stiff shoulders or tight hamstrings. And that's okay. You want to keep working on this pose to improve it, to get more flexibility in those areas. Spread the fingertips wide. Push into the mat to see if you can send some weight back into the legs to drop your heels. Here in down dog, you should have your chin tucked into your chest so that you can look towards your navel. And you're making a triangle with your body and the mat. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. And as you finish your third exhale, look to your hands. We're going to walk all the way up to the front of your mat. Feet are touching. Inhale, look forward, reach to the earth. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhaling, stand up nice and slow. Palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, bring your arms to your sides. And we're going to do a few sun salutations. So these are vinyasas, breaths with movement. So we move in and out of the postures as the breath. So we don't really hold the postures. Inhale, bring your hands up and palms together. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Bow your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward. Send that left leg back into a runner's lunge and drop your left knee. Good. If you need help, go ahead and put a mat or a towel underneath that left knee. Or if that's too much for you, you can always stay in a runner's lunge. Inhale, let's bring the hands to heart center. Good. Now walk your right foot forward and bend deeper into that front knee to open this left hip here. And then bring the hands up. Arch your back and look toward your thumbs. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Now we're going to take the hands to heart center and twist, hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Twisting is also great, not just for the lower back and spine, but the digestive system. It really helps move that stuff along, creating a more energetic flow through the GI tract. Palms together, look up, runner's lunge if you choose. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. You can leave the knee up or bring it down. It's up to you. And let's bring the hands to the floor on either side of the foot. Inhale, step back to plank. So you can do this with knees down or legs up. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards your body, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, roll to the tops of your feet. Arch your back, look up. Exhale, go back into downward facing dog again. Good. Now we're going to do the left side. So just step your left foot up between your hands, however you get there, and bring your right knee down. Good. Inhale, come on up. Bring the hands to heart center. Walk your left foot forward and bend into your right knee to open this right hip a little bit more. Bring the hands up to the sky. Arch your back slightly. Look at your thumbs. Hold here for 3. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Let's take that twist. Hands back to heart center. Take your right elbow across your body. Bring your hands in prayer position. Look up. Runner's lunge if you feel. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And and 3. You can bring the knee down if you like. Plant the hands. Now we're just going to step forward. Do the best you can. Step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, slowly come back up to a standing position. Reach your hands up, palms together, look at your thumbs. And exhale, bring your arms back down to your sides. We're going to move into some triangle postures. So if you have a block or you need a block, you can use a book if you don't have one. I don't need a block, but I'll show you how to use it. So let's take a wide stance on the mat. Your feet should be about as wide as your elbows, maybe a little bit wider. Turn your right toes back so that there's an invisible line from the heel of the right foot to the arch of your left foot. Extend your arms, reach out over that right leg. Here you can place the block next to your foot and put your hand on it. You can also put your hand on your shin or foot. If you can, take your peace fingers, wrap them around the big toe. As you press that toe down into the mat, reach your left hand up to the sky, look up. 3 breaths here, breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Now let's exhale. Place the left hand down next to the arch of the foot. You can come onto the fingertips if you want. And then place your right hand on the opposite side of your foot. So your hands are on either side of this foot. Notice how my left foot is perpendicular to my right. Now I'm going to turn that heel back so that foot's at about a 45-degree angle. So I can turn my torso more towards your right leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, pyramid pose. Chin to shin or head to knee. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Now bend your right knee and lift your left leg up to parallel to the floor. Now you can stay here working on your balance. You can walk your hands forward, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. You can reach your hands up, bringing the hands to prayer position. Wherever you go, hold for 3. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Bring the hands down first. Bend your right knee. Plant that back foot. Then straighten the right leg again. And inhale, come on up. Switching your feet to the other side. So first we start with that right foot at a 90-degree angle with the left, okay? Arms out. Reach out over your left leg. Go ahead and grab that big toe. Use a block. Hand on the foot or shin, whatever works for you. Right hand reaches up, look up, triangle posture. In Sanskrit, this is called Trikonasana. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. On the exhale, place your right hand down next to the arch of your foot. Place your left hand next to your pinky toe and turn your right heel back 45 degrees with the left. Walk your hands so that your torso is right over that left leg. And exhale, bow your head to your knee. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Now we're going to bend this left knee. As we bring the weight into the left knee, you can walk the hands forward. Lift your right leg up parallel to the floor. Lift your chest. You can stay here using your hands for balance. You can lift one hand or both hands. Hold here for 3. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bend your left knee. Plant that right foot flat. Straighten the left leg. And inhale, come back up to a standing position. Nice job, everybody. Let's come back to the front of the mat. Good, now we're gonna work on some warrior poses. So first we're gonna do a vinyasa to try to keep the body nice and warm. So let's inhale, bring the hands up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor, bowing your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward, stepping that left foot back like we did earlier. But this time we're going to turn the heel in so that you have that line from the heel of the right foot to the arch of the left, and your knee is right over your right ankle. Inhale, come all the way up to warrior one. Look at your thumbs. Holding here. You want to sink as low as you can, and this right leg is nice and strong. Breathing for one. Breathing for two. Breathing for three. Open the arms to warrior two. So where your torso is facing over your right leg in warrior one, your torso is facing to the side in warrior two. Your arms are extended and you're looking at your right hand. Sink those hips a little lower. Spread those feet a little bit wider. Breathing for one. Breathing for two. And three. Take your left hand, slide it down your left leg as you sink into those hips a little bit more. Reach your right hand up to the sky for reverse warrior. Breathing for one. Two. And three. Now we're going to pinwheel the hands to the floor. And then we're going to inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, elbows in, lower to chaturanga. Hover over the mat if you can. Inhale, roll to upward facing dog. If upward facing dog is too challenging, just lift the chest slightly and come into cobra. If you can do up dog, lift those legs, coming onto the toenails and palms. And look all the way up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward. We're going to step that left foot all the way up between the hands, however you need to get there. Turn your right heel in so that you have an invisible line from the heel of the left to the arch of the right. Your knee is directly over your ankle. And let's inhale, lift the torso. Good. You should feel a nice opening here in the hip as you turn your torso towards your left leg. Reach the palms up. Press the palms together. Look at your thumbs. Breathing for one. Breathing for two. Breathing for three. Let's open the arms. Look at your left hand, warrior two, left side. Breathing for one. Breathing for two. And three. Good. Straighten that left leg. Switch your feet. And we're going to do the other side. Oh, we already did that. Sorry. We're going to do reverse warrior. I just really love warrior two. I could stand in it all day. And it really works your quads, opens your hips. As you slide your right hand down your leg, reach your left hand up and look up. Breathing for one. Sink lower. Try to get that left thigh parallel to the floor. Two. Spread your feet wider. And three. Exhale, pinwheel your hands to the floor. And then inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, let's take rest and pose of the child. Spread your knees wide, sit on your heels, rest your forehead down on the mat, reach your hands forward. Now, even though you're in a resting pose, you want to continue to breathe deeply, breathing in and out through the nose, filling the lungs completely with each inhale, emptying the lungs as much as you can with every exhale. Good. When you're ready, let's come back up to the hands and knees. Lift your knees, take downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your feet all the way back up to the front of your mat, feet together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, stand up slowly. Reach your arms up, palms together, look at your thumbs, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna do some deep hamstring openers. Hamstring openers are really important for people who sit for long periods of time. They may have weak hamstrings and they may have a strong or stiff lower back because of the position that they stay in every day. So let's spread the feet nice and wide. If you don't know how wide you want to spread your legs, try to get your feet right under your wrists. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands flat on your mat. Inhale, straight spine, look forward. Exhale, bow your head, walk your hands back, eventually working the crown of your head to the floor. And when your head touches the floor, spread your feet or bring your feet a little closer together, making it more challenging. Breathing for 1, let the thoughts dump out of the crown of your head onto the mat and just focus on your breath. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, just stay here at that halfway point and place your hands on your waist. If you come up too fast, you might get a head rush. Inhale, come all the way up. Very nice. Let's do a second one. Inhale, reach your arms out. We're going to interlace the fingers, but behind the back. If that's too much for your shoulders, use a towel or strap. Take the hands a little wider. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and exhale, go ahead. Bow your head down to the mat as you lift your hands up off your back, wringing out any stiffness you have in your shoulders. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. After your third breath, lift your head, inhale. Come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to your waist. Last one here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, bow your head, pulling on your toes. Try to bend at your elbows, straight legs, lift your sits bones. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhale, look forward. Exhaling, hands to your waist. Inhaling, stand up slowly. Good. Exhale, step your feet back together in your starting position. Nice. All right, we're going to work on a balancing pose. This is a quite challenging balancing pose. There's a lot of steps to it. So I want you to bring the weight of your body into your left leg and place your left hand on your hip or waist. Inhale, grab your right knee. This is option 1. This is for people who are working on balance that don't have a lot of flexibility. If you want to go deeper, go ahead, grab your big toe and straighten your leg out in front of you. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Now, what are you looking at? Your nose, but you're not bowing your head. So I find it better to look at a spot in front of you on the floor. Hold here for 3. 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Let's open that leg to the right side. Now turn your head, see if you can find something on the left to look at. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Let's inhale, bring the leg back. Bring your hands to your waist, point that toe out. See if you can use your core and your quad to lift that leg. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Bring it down. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Grab the knee. If you're more flexible, go ahead. Grab the big toe, extend the leg. So you're going to hold the toe the whole time until we release when we come back to center. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Open the leg to the left side. Look to your right side. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhale, take the leg back. Exhale, hands to the waist. Point that toe out. Hold here. Breathing for 1. 2, lift a little higher. And 3, exhale and bring it down. So that was our second balancing posture. We're going to move back down to the mat for some seated postures, working the lower back and hamstrings. Ready? Inhaling, hands up, palms together. Look at your thumbs. Exhaling, fold forward, hands to the floor, head to your knees. Inhale, look forward, step it back to plank. Exhale, elbows in, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then look forward and just walk yourself through to any type of seated position that you can get to from downward facing dog. First, we're going to be working this lower back and the glutes. So we're going to take that right foot into the left elbow crease. Reach the right arm around the knee. Interlace your fingers. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your left foot and look at your left toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Good. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. After your third breath, take the same foot and place it to the inside of your left thigh. Legs are at 90 degrees. Exhale, go ahead and bind your hands around the bottom of your left foot. If you can't do that, use a towel or strap and hold on to it. Just make sure that your left leg is nice and straight and strong. You can look at your left toe or bow your head to your knee. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And breathing for 3. Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, release. Let's switch sides. Straighten your right leg. Bring your left foot into your right elbow crease. Wrapping the elbow around the foot. Wrap your left arm around your knee. Lock your hands. Sit up tall. Good. Shoulders back. Flex your right foot. Look at your right toes. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Go ahead. Take that left foot, put it into your right thigh. Legs are at 90 degrees now. And exhale, fold forward, binding your hands around the bottom of your right foot and bow your head to your knee. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, lift your head. And exhale, release. Good. We're just going to take the bottom of the right foot to meet the left foot. So you want to bring the bottoms of your feet together. Now notice how my knees are up pretty high. It takes me a few breaths before I can get my knees down to the ground. And that's just because I have a little stiffness in my hips, and it's okay. So take your thumbs and place it to the inside, the arches of your feet. Notice how I'm pressing my elbows into my legs and moving my shoulders back. What you're doing is using your arms to help you open your hips. Now you may want to round your back, lift your chest. See how my spine straightens? And I'm working my chin to the front edge of my mat. And as I'm doing that, I'm trying to stretch into the lower back here, work my belly to my feet, chin to the front, elbows pressing down to my knees. And you can see how much further my knees have come down to the ground since we've already started this posture. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Nice job, everybody. Inhale, slowly come up. Let's take the peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes. We do that a lot. We grab the big toes with the peace fingers a lot. And there's several reasons for that. And we also bring the hands to the feet a lot as well. Not just because we want to connect with the body from crown to foot, but because there's foot reflexology information going on in the bottoms of the feet. So when we grab the foot with the big toe with the peace fingers, we're actually activating the neck and the head. Good. So grab those big toes, lift your feet up, and this is your balancing pose. Now, if you want to go deeper, go ahead. Spread those legs as wide as you can. Lift your head, look up, hold here for 3. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Now work on your core and balance. You can stay there. If you're more flexible, go ahead, bring those legs together. Again, 3 more breaths. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Good, bend the knees, cross the legs. We're gonna take a vinyasa, another breath with movement to help steady and strengthen the breath. So roll forward onto your hands and knees, step back to plank, exhale, lower down. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good job, everybody. Inhale, come through to a seated position, and we're going to take Paschimottanasana. This is a forward fold. It is a very general forward fold. You can do it however you like. So if you want to grab your toes with your peace fingers again, go ahead. If you want to use a towel or strap, try to keep your legs straight. Lift your kneecaps, engage your quadriceps, and try to bend from the lower back and not from the upper back. We want to move the shoulders away from the ears. We want to stretch the area between the hips and ribs. And then work your chin forward to your shins. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. After your 3rd breath, inhale, come all the way up. Some gentle twists. So take your right foot across your body. Good. And then let's inhale, take the left arm up and reach your left arm across your knee. If that's too much for you, you can always hug the knee with your left arm. If it's not enough, you can always reach your right hand through the hole, reach your left arm behind your back, try to bind your hands. Flexing that straight leg foot, that right leg foot. Nice strong legs. Good, and look over your right shoulder. If you're doing like me, bring the heel of your palm as close to your tailbone as you can. As you inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, really squeeze that belly in. Work that digestive system. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale. Release, straight legs. Now, crab pose is an option for you if you have tight shoulders or you're not ready to do this pose. If you are stronger and more flexible, point your toes, straight legs. Hands behind your back, 6 inches. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're going to lift the whole body up for a straight line pose. Purvottanasana, 3 breaths. Inhale. Hips up, toes down, head back. 1. Breathing for 2. And 3, exhale and lower down. Let's do the opposite side. So take that left leg across the right thigh. Inhale, your right arm up. You can see the other side as I twist to my left. Hook your elbow or armpit. Hug the knee if that's not available. If you're more flexible, reach through that hole with the right hand and bind your hands if you know how. Otherwise, do it like me. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale. Good. Come to center. Straight legs, arms out. Slowly roll down to your back, 1 bone at a time. Make sure that you're using your core to control that movement all the way down to the mat. And then bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Good. We're going to do some bridge poses. So as you bend your knees, bring your heels as close to your sits bones as possible and then open your feet about the width of your mat, making sure that the feet are parallel. You're not doing anything that's like too pigeon-toed or too widespread, no V's with the feet. Ready? Inhale, lift those hips. You can stay here if you want to go deeper. Interlace your fingers. Walk your shoulder blades up underneath your body, chin up. Breathing for 1. Squeeze the butt, lift the hips higher. 2. And 3. Nice. Exhale, lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. This is one of my favorite poses. So bring your arms out to the sides. Let your knees fall to the right and turn your head and look to your left hand. And just let the weight of your body do the work for you. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And breathing for 3. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, legs to the left side. Turn your head and look to the right side. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, knees up. And let's move right into a happy baby pose. Grab the arches of your feet. Open your legs. Bend your knees. Rock from side to side. Notice my butt isn't up like this. My lower back is on the mat. I'm pulling on my feet to help massage that lower back. Nice. Bring your knees together. Bring your feet flat. And let the bottoms of your feet come together as your knees open out to either side. Bring your arms down by your sides. Turn your palms up. Now you're going to feel the space right up underneath your middle back. That's natural because right now we're just doing a gentle back bend. So you want to tuck those shoulder blades flat. You can bring the arms down, put them into the thighs to help give them a little pressure and more stretch. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 1 more. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And let's straighten the legs, spreading the feet about the width of your mat. Now you can bring your arms down by your sides. Let the back of your head rest flat on your mat and close your eyes. Good. Let a soft, natural breath return to your body. Maybe you need to take a few extra breaths in and out through the nose and mouth to let go of that controlled breath, that breath that you kept throughout your practice today. Imagine that your body is melting down into the earth. A complete stillness occurs and a very relaxed softness. You can feel that all over your body. Let go of any tension or any resistance that you've been holding on to, mental or physical. Let all resistance cease. Just allow the body to be soft and comfortable. And appreciate the movement that you already have in your body. Increased movement is great, but we can't force it. We have to appreciate what we have in order to gain more. And if you want more movement, then appreciate what the movement that you already have is doing for you. Allow your mind to be free from thoughts. As you feel the body soften, allow the mind to soften. Be kinder and gentler to yourself so that you can be kinder and gentler to others. Allow the area of your heart to feel bright and light. Every time you practice yoga, every time you work on your inner being or you release resistance, you let go of thought patterns that aren't serving you, you let your light shine a little bit brighter. And in yoga, we call that the Purusha. And the Purusha has been covered by many false beliefs throughout our life. And through yoga, it's almost like that cleaning or uncovering of the sheets that allow your bright light to shine a little more every day. As you take a few more moments resting here on your mat, notice how the breath moves softly in and out of the body. Notice how safe and comfortable you may feel here on your mat. Allow this to become a familiar feeling so that you can attain it more easily every day. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently turn your head from side to side, loosening your neck. Stretch your arms over your head as you reach from fingers down to toes, almost like it's your first morning stretch. Gently bring your knees into your chest and rock from side to side, massaging your back. Roll on over to one side when you're ready, whichever side you feel more comfortable. And slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. As you come into that seated position, wherever it may be, bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes, and bow your head. First of all, thank yourself for giving yourself the gift of your yoga practice today. Through yoga, may you be easier on yourself and others. And with your yoga practice, may it help you thrive. Thrive in your healing, thrive in your prosperity, thrive in your abundance, thrive in love and relationships. That is why we practice, to make a better life for ourselves. I want to thank you all for joining me today. May you go with peace. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever it takes you, and I hope to see you again very soon on the mat.